Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely. The city of Paris is on edge. Tonight, a single firecracker set off a panic that thankfully was a false alarm.
This as the French military unleashes a series of airstrikes on ISIS in Syria. Meanwhile, French police have identified an 8th suspect in Friday night's string of terror attacks. NBC's Richard Louis wraps up today's developments.
Now, 48 hours after those 6 places were attacked by terrorists, we're at La Place de la République, and here has been a day of emotion in several different ways. We have had areas such as right behind me, complete silence. This despite being 10 people deep, hundreds of people gathering. You can walk around and not hear a thing. At this location, Place de la République, there was a scare. A huge group of people in the thousands running and try to leave the plaza because there were reports of something happening.
We have to act because maybe there is somebody with a gun, or we just have to see.
We are all confused what's happened on Friday, so it was very scary.
It turned out to be a false alarm, but that gives a sense of the tension today. This, while we've had new developments. First off, the National Police of France in a tweet saying they are looking for a single individual, a French national, 26 years old. And this would be the 8th person. 7 assailants were identified by the French government who were then killed or killed themselves. In addition to that, the National Police of France also acknowledging that the National Police of Spain is working with them to police and to look into those leads that may have in the frontier area between the two countries. Many developments here in Paris on this Sunday, the first day of mourning. Tomorrow will be the second and the first full workday since those attacks on Friday. I'm Richard Louis, back to you.
While our friends in Paris try to recover, officials here in the United States are discussing what can be done to protect the homeland.
And we are now seeing tightened security at some city streets and outside of NFL games. Brian Moore is in Washington.
As fans arrived for today's New York Giants game, security was evident, and few were complaining.
They know what they're doing, and after what just happened, that tragedy in Paris, I have no doubt that we're protected.
The deadly attacks on Friday in France, a bitter reminder of the need for vigilance at football stadiums in Philadelphia or Washington, or a NASCAR race in Arizona, places we go for enjoyment seen by terrorists as potential targets.
One is because they are soft and they can have a large impact. The other is because they want to disrupt people's lives.
Boston, a city targeted by terror in 2013, is reaching out to the people of Paris, a show of sympathy and solidarity.
And we stand with France. We stand with Paris.
As a makeshift memorial grows at the French embassy in Washington, pressure is mounting for lawmakers at the Capitol, where flags are at half staff.
Any form of terrorism is a form of attacking all of us.
An attack on an ally, thousands of miles away, yet still close to home. Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
And a few more details concerning the French military attacking ISIS targets in Syria. French defense official says it involves 12 aircraft. 20 bombs were dropped. A jihadi training camp and munitions dump were destroyed.